Hello, welcome to DIY is my happy place. I'm Amy, and today I want to talk a little bit about do-it-yourself pom-poms and banners. And this particular pom-pom banner was made with my favorite store's supplies. You got it. Everything came from the Dollar Tree. Now that the Dollar Tree has yarn, I can make all different kinds of wonderful treasures. And this is my St. Patrick's Day mantle. And I think I just love it. I'll explain more, but first, if you'd like to be part of the DIY is my happy place community, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to all and share this out where you can. Now, let's have some fun. As I was thinking about what to do with a mantle banner, I found these really cool banners at the Dollar Tree, and I realized I just wanted to jazz them up a little bit. And so I decided that I would make some pom-poms to attach to the banner, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But first I got to show you how I made a template for my pom-poms. I cut out some cardboard, made a little walking man, and a circle for the center. So this is what I used to measure. And I'll show you that in just a minute. But basically the template looks like this when you're done. And this is the really cool banner that I found at the Dollar Tree. And I love to do a little bit of St. Patrick's Day decor. But this particular banner is a little more rustic than the designs that I usually use around the house. I felt like I wanted it to be jazzed up a little bit. And I got these pearlized stickers, and there's two different types, some with some gems and some with just pearls. Now I've used this same sheet of pearls for so many things because I just use little strips here and there. And I love how you can just add a line of sticky pearls to just about anything to jazz it up and give it a little bit of glam. So all you have to do is cut them and place them on that outside edge. And I put them right around the brown edge. I didn't want to see the brown part because I wanted it to be more glamorous. So that's all you need to do is just keep on cutting little strips of pearls, and then they are self-adhesive. So you put those on, and felt, this is kind of a felt, and felt really loves stickers. These stickers will stick right on and they don't pop off or anything. So that is what we're going to do with all the green plaid sections. But I felt like the shamrock itself looked a little bare and it needed a little jazzing up. So I got the jewel border stickers, and I use these for everything. Every time I see them, I get them. They have them in all colors. Silver and white happens to be one of my favorite, but they also come in blue and pink and different colors. I've even spray painted them depending on what color I want because I love how easy they are to jazz things up. Now I want each flower to be on one of the shamrock leaves, so I cut each one out separately, and you have to sacrifice a flower in order to get the full circle. A few of the gems won't make the full circle, so you have to cut around and make sure you get a full circular flower. So you have to do every other one. And the way I am, I even use those pieces that aren't used for this. I may put a pearl or a sticker pearl on something else somewhere else. I'm going to just save everything because I'm always doing some new craft that needs another little pizzazz. So I'm going to cut another one, and I put 3 flowers per shamrock. So each leaf gets its own glamorous gem with pearls. And again, it's a sticker, so it's just so easy. No hot glue needed for these. And just go along and cut one last one, and they peel off so easily. And then the banner itself is so jazzed up and fun. And I find that while it's hanging over the fireplace, it kind of, when you turn the fire on, it moves around and you see the little shimmer of it. And then each of the shamrock, the green felt shamrocks, I'm going to put the pom-pom on. Now here's some of the yarn that I've gotten from the Dollar Tree, and I just love it. It's that really, really soft yarn, and that particular color I'm going to save for an Easter project. Today we're going to be working with green and white, and I've already rolled them into a ball because it makes it so much easier when you're working with yarn. Now you want to take a strand of each of the colors and then get your cardboard little man with legs, I don't know what you call it, your little template out. And we're going to wrap the yarn around, and we're going to go around 90 times to get the puff that we want. Now you can make these cardboard templates any size you want. This one just happens to be 3 inches wide, but it can be any size really. You could do 2 inches or you could do 5 inches. It just depends on what size you want your pom-pom to be. So this is actual speed. I didn't speed this up, but this really goes fast. Once you get it in a rhythm, you can just whoop, whoop, whoop. And I go around 90 times. So it's really twice that because it's 2 strands of yarn at once. But yeah, go around 90 times and you can go all the way down the legs or kind of keep it all bunched up, whichever seems to work the easiest for you. And then once you get that done, just cut off the edge, and this is what it looks like. And it kind of pinched the legs together, but that's okay. It still will work. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. And then after that, I need a very long piece. I don't know how long. I just kind of did the length from one arm to the other arm of yarn. I have done this in the past too short and didn't have enough to really secure the pom-pom. So just give it extra right here. Now we're going to slide the yarn down so that I can get the yarn on both sides of the legs. So you're going to go like kind of like where the ankles would be and then up between the legs. That's the easiest way to explain it. So we're just going to get our long yarn, and this is the most important part. Make sure you're going to loop it around 4 times. I've done it with it looped once and the pom-pom ended up falling apart. I've done it twice, 3 times, trust me, 4 times. You're going to be happy you did. And then once it's looped 4 times, pull it absolutely as tight as you can. And the other nice thing about having it looped 4 times is it'll sit there and hold its position. It doesn't keep on slipping out while you tie it in a knot. Then you're going to want to tie 4 knots. And I think of the old Cub Scout knot tying things. I have 4 sons. And it's good to tie the knots going one direction and then the other direction just to secure it. The one thing that I have found out, a lot of times these pom-poms try to fall apart if you don't have that tied really good. Okay, then bring the strings through to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing again. Loop it around 4 times. Now you can see why we needed it so long, because it really kind of eats up some of the yarn. But the worst thing is having your pom-pom fall apart. So this is the part that really makes it secure. So we're going to tie that on that side just as tight as we can. And then 4 more knots going this way and that way. And once you have it really secured, the rest of the pom-pom making part is so simple and easy. You're going to be amazed how this can come together. I have made quite a few different sizes and different colors of these pom-poms, and it's very fun. And the one thing I would suggest is that you have a good pair of fabric scissors when you start cutting the yarn. Don't use your craft scissors because they're just not sharp enough, and this can take forever if you don't have a good set of scissors, because as you can see, this is getting really thick. I have done it with, tried to make them with craft scissors, and then the yarn wouldn't cut, and it just got so frustrating. So we're going to cut halfway between all those little bends of yarn. Now, when you're cutting it, you're going to think, wait, this isn't shaping out quite right. But have patience. It's going to be perfect. So we just go along. And if you have a good pair of scissors, you can put a lot of yarn in at a time. Just make sure you cut each one of those loops. And again, if you didn't do that 4-loop process like I suggested, this is when all of a sudden your whole pom-pom will fall apart. Now, I keep the tails out just so I can show you in case you wanted to make a pom-pom where you tie it onto something, you want to keep those tails. But in the case of my banner, I'm actually not going to need the tails because I'm gluing the whole pom-pom down. So you just look and make sure you get every single one of those loops. And as you can see, it's shorter in the center, kind of different shapes. And that's why we cut that circle out, the 3-inch diameter circle of cardboard. And we will find the very center of our pom-pom and the center of our cardboard and hold on to the tag, the tails. And then that's our template. And you just start cutting it around. Now you can change the pom-poms even right here. Even if you use the other template to make your pom-pom, you can then make this smaller if you want to, just by making a smaller circle. And again, if you don't have good scissors, this part can be a little bit frustrating. But if you have good scissors, it goes so fast. Look at this. We're giving it a little haircut. And you just go around and trim, trim, trim. All the way around. And there'll be a few that'll just be strays. And we can pick those up on the other side if we don't happen to notice them when we're doing this. Okay. Once you get that done, then you're going to move your pom-pom. And you're going to do it from the other direction, halfway around. So you just find the center again, find the center of your cardboard, and then trim around again. You'll be so happy and when you realize how easy these pom-poms. I have to say, I have looked for pom-poms all over the place, and they can really be expensive. And then once you get them, they may not be the right color for what you wanted a pom-pom or the right size. So once I learned this technique of how to make a pom-pom, that's it. I'm just going to be making my own pom-poms from now on. And I've done all different types of yarn, different colors, different sizes. And that's all there is to it. It's fast, it's easy. And then once you shake it out, you'll find a couple of little strays that didn't get where they were supposed to be originally. And if you want to trim down a few little corners, you can. And that's all there is to it. Now, for this particular banner, I made 5 pom-poms. And I went ahead and made the pom-poms in advance, all but this one, so that I could show you what we're going to do next. There you have it. There's our beautiful green and white pom-pom. Oh, look at this mess. Sometimes I wish I was magic and I could just blink and all of that would be cleaned up. Oh yeah, I can. Ha ha, here it is. Okay, here's my pom-pom, ready to go. And I have the tails in case I want to tie them onto something. But in the case of this banner, it's actually best, I tried tying it on, but they didn't hang very well. It's best if you just go ahead and commit and glue them on with hot glue right in the center of the shamrock. And I originally thought, oh, I'll just tie them on in case I want to save the pom-poms for something else. And no. Just glue those babies on, because when it's over the mantle, it will just try with the heat of a fire. It'll try to come off. I tried using double stick tape, and even that double stick foam tape that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and they just, within 12 hours, they were popping off. So really, you want to give it some good glue. And I put a very generous amount of glue and then just push down the pom-pom right in the center. And that's all there is to it. You go along and put a pom-pom on each of the shamrocks. Finish putting pearls and your little flower glams on the shamrocks. And that's all there is. And your banner is ready to go. You can use this same technique for all types of banners. If you wanted to have a birthday banner or a baby banner, really anything goes. It's just, you can cut a piece of felt and create a really fun, just run twine through the middle, and there you have it. That's all there is to it. Fast, easy Dollar Tree craft. Hang the banner on the mantle and you immediately have a glammed out decorative St. Patrick's Day decoration. It is classy, fun, elegant, and just perfect.